I'm going to give you an example of what it means to you for certain things, and then we're going to do face-off with fears. And I'll explain how to do it. So I'm going to use you for example. Is that okay? Okay, so what I want you to do, I want you to push your chair back a little bit, and everybody watch this. Stand up and sit down. Good. Stand up and sit down. Okay, now watch this. Now, when I say sit down, you stand up, and when I say stand up, you sit down. Sounds good? So sit down. Perfect. And stand up. Awesome. Sit down again. Perfect. Stand up one more time. There we go. What had just happened? He changed what he was doing based on the meanings that we were given to the words that he was receiving in his head. And based on the meanings, he started to act in a certain way. So today there are a lot of beliefs in our head that has certain meanings that could not be true, and it's making us stand up and sit down every day or every, you know what I mean? So if we change those meanings based on how we want, we stay standing as we get to from where we are to where we want to be. Because the biggest cause of stress for myself was this. The fear of I'm not there yet where I want to be with my goals and my dreams, and I want to be the CEO of the top #1 self-improvement academy, $100 million bank account, and million views and followers. But I'm not there yet. Something is wrong with me. I'm going crazy. But how about this? How about where we at to where we want to go? How about we make it this way? You are here and you want to go here. How about make this fun until we get there? How about the challenge is making it, embrace it more, and making it less effective on our daily lifestyle while we're getting there? If we're going somewhere, might as well have fun on the way there. 4 years ago, I was working with an MMA fighter who, 2 days before his fight, broke up with his ex. And he looks pissed. So I walked up to him and I said, hey, how you doing? Look like you're getting ready for something. He said, yeah, my fight, man, 2 more days. I was like, okay. First thing I noticed, he's not ready for the fight. Emotionally. He told me that he just broke up with his ex and it's pissing him off. But he's going to do the fight anyways. He doesn't want to cancel or back up because of her. So he wants to face it. However, I approached him. We went for 45 minutes of mental training. But the suggestion was this. Between today and 2 days later, in your case 2 years later or 2 months later, between today and the day of the fight, why are we going to go there, here? Why don't we get to the same destination but taking this route that feels better, more exciting? He accepted the idea. He said, that makes sense, but how are we going to do this? I said, I'll show you how we're going to do this. And believe it or not, I didn't want to let him know at the moment, but if you want to get here through this route, you will get here, but less quality of being with yourself. A good example of this, if you ever heard of a multi-millionaire or a billionaire that was depressed. Have you heard of something like that? That's a great example. And that scares me a lot. And you remember when we had that talk about the comedian, Robin Williams or something? Right? Like, how the heck, the guy got everything he needs, and next thing you know, he committed suicide. How so? Why is that? And then I also think about the people have made it, and then they're depressed. I was worried that I would be one of them too, because I don't want to be that person. And it scared me so much until I freaking tapped into it and realized, look, it's about what you really need because you want to get there. And I'll break it down for you, pieces. Long story short, we tackled what's called limiting belief between the MMA fighter and himself. That was holding him back, and he thought he needs to get this in order to feel like this. Okay? Long story short, we broke that belief. He shows up the day of the fight. I was there cheering for him, taking some pictures as well. And he wins by a knockout. He hugged me and told me that the practice we did was the most important element in his practice throughout the whole time, because he shifts in seconds. And this is a practice between you and yourself. I told you about, I'm afraid that I'm not there yet. Okay? I was telling myself, I'm not there yet. That's a belief. But what scares me about it is I don't want to miss my chance of not being there, because I don't want to be in my 70s and say, oh, now I made it. Then I realize I missed out my whole entire life. So that was my fear. I don't want to make it when I'm old and barely walking. I want to make it now where I can exercise, I can move, and I want to make it now. Okay? So the fear of missing my chance was what I wrote on a piece of paper. I'm afraid of missing my chance. I'm afraid that I'm going to miss my opportunity while I'm young. That was my fear.